I was just kicked out of the tournament. Well, unfortunate. Yep, I know. I've been messaging Bazim for the past, 20 minutes, and there's nothing to do. I just gotta get removed, I guess. Wow. What a joke, bro.
A college student, a top 500 Marvel Rivals player, invited to a $40,000 tournament, kicked off his own team before the main event even started, not for cheating, not for throwing, not for being toxic, for asking his teammate to switch off a character that wasn't working. What happened next destroyed a career, built another one from the ground up, and turned a Twitch streamer named Cece into one of the most hated people in the gaming community overnight. On January 18, 2026, a tournament called the Deadpool Creator Cup kicked off. It was organized by a Twitch streamer named Basim ZB, sponsored by NetEase, the company that makes Marvel Rivals, and it featured 48 content creators split into 8 teams of 6, all competing for a $40,000 prize pool. First place took home around $3,000 per player. For a lot of these streamers, that's real money. Cece, also known as Cece FPS, was picked as one of the 8 team captains. She's a 22-year-old Twitch streamer from Toronto with around 41,000 followers at the time, known mostly for playing Marvel Rivals and Valorant. She was the team's Doctor Strange player, and in her draft she selected 5 other creators: Big Puffer, Zazastack, Luciasa, Casey Dilla, and Kingsman 265. Kingsman is a controller player. That alone is already impressive in a PC-dominated scene, but he's also been ranked number 1 on the competitive ladder before, top 500 in every role. He's not a casual. He's one of the best players who was in that tournament, and he made it very clear why he was there.
I know what will work and what won't work. I've played this game for thousands of hours, okay? I know exactly what comp will work and exactly what comp will not work. This is just how it works. Respectfully, I've been rank 1 before. I've been top 500 on every single role. I'm very accomplished. I know what I'm doing. I'm not being egotistical about it. I'm simply stating the facts. That's what will happen.
He's a college student. He needed that prize money, and within hours of joining the team, everything fell apart. During practice scrims, Kingsman noticed a problem. His teammate Zazastack, who goes by Zaza, was playing Black Widow, and it wasn't going well. In one round, Zaza went 0 kills and 5 deaths. 0 and 5. Kingsman, meanwhile, was carrying the team, winning 1 versus 3 fights, sometimes 1 versus 4. And he knew from hundreds of hours of competitive experience that Black Widow in their current team composition was not going to cut it against serious opponents. So he did what any competitive player would do. He asked Zaza to swap. That's when the team turned on him. Cece, the team captain, immediately shut him down, and the way she did it wasn't a calm redirect. It wasn't a let's try it this way first. It was hostile.
Case and point proven right now. Do you understand?
No, it's
Well,
not.
you've been making
Yes,
me
it
play
is!
shit. Of course I'm gonna
How
play.
do you not see the problem right now?
First of all, it's that ass Kingsman, like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, bro.
You're doing too much.
Kingsman pushed back. He said he's getting frustrated because he's doing all the work. And Cece's response was to defend Zaza's 0 and 5 stat line by pointing out that they still won the point, as if barely scraping by in scrims against weaker teams was somehow proof the strategy was working. Behind the scenes, it was getting worse. In Discord, Cece called Kingsman a loser. She dismissed his competitive concerns. And here's where it gets ugly. Leaked messages from Kaplunk, Zazastack's boyfriend, showed what looked like a coordinated effort to find clips of Kingsman being frustrated and use them to get him removed from the team. Kaplunk literally wrote instructions about clipping Kingsman from an alt account, saying there were plenty of people in line just as good, and that Kingsman was replaceable. Shortly after the practice scrims ended, Kingsman received a message from the tournament organizer, Basim. He was out, removed from the team, removed from the tournament. His shot at $3,000, money he said he needed, gone, just like that. And when TikTok commenters pointed this out, Cece's initial response was dismissive. One user wrote, "Got your best player kicked from the team. Goodbye 40K, hello good vibes, Cece replied. 3K and we've got better players and vibes now. On January 20th, Kingsman did what anyone in 2026 would do. He posted a YouTube video. It hit 1 million views in days. In it, he laid everything out. The clips, the audio, the context, the scoreboard screenshots. The fact that the team composition he was advocating for, the one they rejected, was the exact composition that the winning team ended up using. Oh, and about Cece's team, they finished 7th, out of 8, dead last among teams that weren't disqualified. The internet did what the internet does. The clip of Cece telling Kingsman to shut up went everywhere. TikTok, Reddit, Twitter. One TikTok alone pulled nearly 500,000 likes. Streamers like XQC and Moist CR1 Tai Ka L publicly called out Cece's behavior as terrible leadership and outright bullying. And then Kingsman went live on Twitch. Hundreds of new viewers flooded his stream. Donations poured in. He made more in a single stream than the tournament would have paid him. Within days, he went from a smaller creator to over 110,000 Twitch followers and more than 10,000 subscribers. He got Twitch partner status. NetEase, the company behind Marvel Rivals, personally sent him in-game credits. Even the NBA's Atlanta Hawks mocked Cece's team on their official TikTok. Kingsman lost the tournament and won everything. On January 20th, Cece posted an apology on X. She acknowledged she'd handled the situation poorly. She said emotions were high. She apologized for calling Kingsman a loser. She said she should have de-escalated instead of shutting him down. On paper, it checked the right boxes, but no one was buying it. For one, her earlier responses had been defensive. She'd been arguing with commenters, deflecting blame, and only deleted those replies after the backlash snowballed. People noticed. She even admitted it. Many of you saw my replies and they were defensive, deflecting, and argumentative. Then it got worse. In Discord, while supposedly stepping back and reflecting, Cece wrote about Kingsman. I'm pretty sure he spent all 20 years of his life inside, playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills. She later claimed this was said during a panic attack, but the screenshot was already out there. And then Kingsman dropped the bomb. On January 21st, he published a Google document he called the Cece Files. It contained a full set of DMs between himself and Cece from the day after he was kicked. In those messages, Cece wasn't apologetic. She was furious. She wrote, "Thanks for throwing me under the F***king bus and into unlimited harassment for X amount of weeks, if not months. Get your F***king clicks now. All because your own actions got you banned, and you can't accept that." She tried to get him to take down his video, claiming he took clips out of context. Kingsman refused. He said nothing was out of context, and then he posted 2 more screenshots, one of which showed Cece telling another user to Kai's in Discord. That was the end. Within 24 hours of the Cece Files dropping, sponsors started running. Infinity Mice, a gaming peripherals brand, put out a public statement on January 21st. They said they'd been made aware of the situation. They don't support behavior that targets other creators, and they were ending their partnership with Cece effective immediately. They also said they were reaching out to Kingsman to send him free products. Then Solaris GG followed. Their founder, Hyun, posted that she'd been informed of everything, and that Cece had been removed from Solaris GG and its creator program. 2 sponsors gone in one day. Rumors spread that more brands were quietly pulling away. And then Cece went dark. Her apology video was ratioed into oblivion. People accused her of using a voice modifier to sound more sympathetic. She started deleting old tweets, which eagle-eyed users immediately called out. One user posted, "I thought you were taking time off from the internet. Why are you deleting past tweets?" Eventually, she locked her X account entirely. As of right now, only approved followers can see her posts. Now, to be fair, tournament environments are stressful, money's on the line, egos clash, And being a team captain at 22 in a high-pressure competitive event is not easy. Cece's initial frustration with a teammate creating tension. That's understandable. Wanting good vibes on a team. Not unreasonable. And the internet pylon that followed was, by any measure, disproportionate. Thousands of strangers flooding your notifications, joining your Discord to harass you, dissecting your every word. That's brutal, and nobody deserves that. But here's the thing. Being under pressure is not an excuse for how you treat people. Calling a teammate a loser, mocking his financial situation, having his removal orchestrated behind the scenes, and then telling someone to kill themselves in Discord messages. That's not a bad day. That's a pattern. And the difference between Cece and Kingsman in this whole situation is simple. When Kingsman was wronged, he documented everything, stated his case calmly, and let the evidence speak for itself. When Cece was called out, she deflected, deleted, and went into damage control mode. The internet can smell the difference. This whole thing could have been avoided with one sentence. Hey guys, let's try it your way this round and switch it up next round if it's not working. That's it. That's all it would have taken. Instead, a 22-year-old streamer's career is in freefall. Her sponsors are gone. Her audience turned against her. Her social media is locked. And the guy she kicked off the team, he's thriving. 110,000 followers, Twitch partner, a community that genuinely supports him. He turned a loss into the biggest win of his streaming career. The Deadpool Creator Cup was supposed to be a fun promotional event for a video game. It turned into the most dramatic thing to happen in the Marvel Rivals community, and one of the biggest Twitch controversies of 2026. Because in the end, this wasn't really about hero picks or team composition. It was about how you treat people when you think you have power over them. And the internet has a long memory. If you made it to the end, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Drop a comment below. Do you think Cece deserved the backlash, or did the internet take it too far? Because honestly, probably a little bit of both.